Okay. So yeah, yesterday we were talking about these activities, right? The activities which we perform in the warehouse. Okay, some are the picking, put away, and other activities what we do. So today, let's take a small example. Okay, in real life. Okay, this is like something which we do in day to day life. Yesterday we have taken examples from Zepto and other things, right? Okay, you get an order. Once you have the order at your doorstep, okay, what we do basically, we will one second. Yeah, once we have the order at our doorstep, we take everything. Okay, kind of, we are receiving our products. Okay, we receive our products. After receiving our products, as we have ordered many items. Okay, we divide those where we need to keep each product. We will divide the products accordingly, and then we will take those product and keep it in the designated areas in our respective homes. Okay, the designating, just dividing the products whatever we got, right, segregating that part is called, you know deconsolidation, which we discussed yesterday. Just trying to recap what we have discussed yesterday. And from there, you take that product, okay, and then you keep it in your designated place at your home, right? So if you have brought, the dal, or the whatever pulses or rice grains, you will take and you will store it in a container. But you will not freely open, or you will not store them openly, right? You will store in a tight container. So that is a designated place for that product in our house. That is nothing but put away. Okay, so we do the put away in that product. Okay, so even in your home also, we have like we will get 1 or 2 quintal of rice. Most of the people, not these days, but in olden days we used to have like 2 quintal or 3 quintal rice at her home. Everything is not open, right? Everything we store it in one place in the home. And whatever, how much ever quantity which is required for that month or 2 months, we will have those in one big container, which is very freely accessible for us. So once this rice is about to be finished, what we do, we will try to take those products which are in store, we will try to refill the container. That is called replenishment. Okay, so you divide the house into two parts. One is the store place, other is the place where you have the primary, where you use it often. So that's how you do it. Or all these things, whatever we do in our day-to-day life will represent our EW. You can just see it. Okay, only thing is, we need to understand. Once when we start learning this EWM, right, what happens is, everything, whatever activities which we perform or which we see in our day-to-day life, we will start relating to it. We can definitely start relating to it, and it would be very easy even for us to understand this SAP EWM. Okay, that's how simple it looks like. Okay, so today I would like to talk about the system, the the system. Okay, so what is the system connection? How does it look like? Those things. So here you can see decentralized connection to ECC, decentralized EWM connection to S4, EWM embedded S4. Okay, so whenever, as I said yesterday, whenever you uh, hear any word in EWM, you should break it down and you should try to understand. That's where it will become very simplified. Number one, here if you see, we have decentralized. Decentralized. What does it mean by decentralized? Before that, what is centralized? Centralized is everything together in one single place, right? Centralized. What is decentralized? D, in a sense, it's not together. It's far away or divided, right? In this word decentralized, in the when the SAP started, this 2 decades ago, when this EWM started, what how it was like, we had, yeah, here I will show you in this, deployment option. Here in the decentralized, earlier when we had, we used to have, finance, like, in SAP EWM is not the only one module. We have multiple modules available. For to run a business, in order to run one business, you need a procurement team. Procure in a sense buying something, right, which is a material management team. And in order to buy anything, you need to pay the money. Who needs finance? We need the finance team over there. And whatever you brought it, you buy it, right, you want to sell it outside, right? You want to sell it to a customer, then only you will be able to survive as a business. So you need sales and distribution over there. So whatever products which you are buying, you want to check whether the quality is correct or not, up to the mark, especially when it comes to the, these pharmaceutical clients. Okay, pharma is very very crucial, with respect to this, quality checks and everything, because we have GXP process over there. So you need a quality team over there. Or if you are trying to produce something, okay, if you are making your own product, so you need a production team over there. And in order to manage the stock, you need the extended warehouse management. So like this, we need multiple modules in order to run a business. So in the, previously we used to have like ECC system. Like if people who are from already from SAP, who are working in SAP, maybe, this another 5 minutes you might feel like, I already know this, why do I want to hear once again? But the people who are new, we'll consider them, and then we can discuss this here for them as well. So in the ECC system, we have all these, legacy modules, metal management, finance, sales and distribution, PP, production planning, service to repair, all other, project system, project maintenance, like all these are in the ECC system. Okay. So in this ECC system, and then this EWM system was a separate system. Okay, it was not part of this, legacy ECC system. So we had like two different systems. That's the reason we call it as a decentralized system, and these two are connected. Okay, as these two are already SAP systems, so these are connected. We had something called, whatever we create here, that data will flow here, and anything which we have, which we do here, that data is, flowing back to ECC. So this connection was there, and this how it was there earlier. Okay, in the legacy system. So later, we evolved, right? We grow and we evolve. Even SAP has evolved, and we had S4 HANA. In the S4 HANA, what happened is, here you can see embedded, and here also you can see the decentralized. So when we say embedded, it is also called as centralized system. In this centralized system, in the same S4 HANA, everything is available. You can see this EWM earlier, where it was a different system, and ECC, which contains all the legacy modules, this was separate. So these two were merged and, combined into one single system. In one single system, you will be able to see both EWM as well as other, SAP modules as well. Okay, this is the embedded system or centralized system, we call it. So other in the, some users, some businesses, they still choose to have a separate system, not to include EWM in their system, but they wanted to have EWM as the separate system as well. So why they want to use this, why, when we can have this in single go, but why they want to use this? Because of many reasons. One is, high volume, and high performance. When we are running this, retail businesses, like last project which I worked, I remember, we had around, like 1 lakh materials, almost, like so many materials, like 1 lakh, 80 90,000 materials. So in that project, every day they are dealing with multiple orders. They are producing, they are shipping, the warehouse is running 24 by 7. All these things were happening. So in the there is also something called maintenance. Okay, this legacy system, whatever the system we have, there is a maintenance for it. When we have this maintenance activities, we cannot stop this EWM, right? Warehouse operations, warehouse has to run 24 by 7 every single day in order to perform well. Okay, so that's the reason they choose to go with two different system. If the data is very much high, the system performance also will be lower down. So that are a few other reasons. Because of that, they would like to go with the decentralized system. Okay, so but if we are having like very small industries, if the warehouse is really small, they can go ahead and have this embedded system which will help them. Okay, so here you can see same thing. Yeah, here you can see in a more detailed way. So this is a embedded system, which is a centralized system. In the same S4 HANA, we have the EWM as well, extended warehouse management available in the same S4 HANA system. So everything is in one single instance. And the other is decentralized. EWM is a different system, not included part of S4 HANA. It's a separate system, and all other legacy modules will be available in the S4 system. So there is an interface, connected connection required in order to flow the data from one system to another system. Clear? So any questions, guys, you can ask. Okay.
So, Sri,
Yeah.
yeah. So, decentralized system and embedded system both. So here, how the real-time project, which deployment choosing, and who's the responsibility to take over this?
Yeah. So in the real life, in the real time projects, I
Real
would say,
real-time projects. Yeah.
yeah, it depends upon the business basically. Okay, as I said, in the previous project which I worked, that was a very pharmaceutical company. It was, the data was very huge. Okay, what they have done is they have S4 HANA system. Okay, in the S4 HANA system, they have all the legacy modules like finance, sales, manufacturing, other service and everything. And they also have another S4 HANA. In that S4 HANA, they are only using the EWM system. You understand here? Each S4 HANA consists of both EWM and other modules. Okay, what they have done is they have two S4 HANA systems. Okay, in one S4 HANA system, they are using all the legacy modules. In another, they are only using the EWM system. Okay, and these two were connected, and that's how they were working. So in the current project which I'm working, this is a, like, small industry. These are same pharmaceutical small industry, and here they are using this embedded system where everything is available in one single instance. Okay, so this is completely depends upon the project requirement, and during the time of discussions itself. Okay, the solution architect who is available, okay, at that moment, he will be talking to the business, and accordingly they will be making a decision whether to go with the S4 HANA or the decentralized system. It depends upon the project completely. But
Okay.
right now,
Yeah. It's,
what's happening is, in the market right now, everyone who are using our ECC, they all are moving to S4 HANA. Okay, there is a huge spike in the market where everyone wants to use the EWM right now, because the legacy WM system, okay, it is also not fulfilling the business requirement, and everyone is trying to migrate to EWM. So even right now, when I see, I get calls every single day, for a job change. Okay, because there is a huge spike in the market, but only thing is we need the people who are learned. Okay, who knows the EWM, who can help the business to run it. Okay, so that is one thing. So here we can see the key releases for the EWM system basically.
yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. Just give a moment. Just go back to the previous
Okay.
slide. So here I cleared this for architect project manager edition, and here the C embedded and centralized system and decentralized system. You mentioned here the interface something web service FIDAC. Okay, so
Mhm.
how this data is flowing from EWM system? There is no interface, right?
So you mean the embedded
Here,
system
yes,
here? Yeah. So in the decentralized system, what happens is we have two things. One is master data, one is transaction data.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So the master data which is available here. Okay. So the material management team, when they create any master data, or for materials or customers or vendors, okay, all these are considered as a master data. Okay. This master data, when it is created in the S4 system, we do not create the master data directly in the EWM system, guys. We need to remember it is always created in the S4 side. Okay. Once it is created here, it will flow to the EWM system. We have something called core interface. Okay, we have SIF, that is called SIF, core interface. Using that, the data flows to the EWM system, or they might also use the idocs. Okay, idocs also is used in order to transfer the data from S4 to EWM system. This is for the master data, guys. And there is one thing called transaction data. Okay, transaction data. For the transaction data, we have QRFC. Okay, remote function calls, QRFC. What this QRFC does is it will flow the data. Okay, from that is a what you call byway, basically. Whatever it does is here, it will transfer to here. Any changes you make, you consume the product or you send the ship the products outside somewhere, the same data is flowing back to the S4 as well. Okay, that is the main thing we need to understand here. There is no SIF is not required because everything is in one system only. In one system only, everything is available. So whatever this connection is there, that we will eliminate here. Okay, that is one major difference. But I will, as we go further, I will tell you about this EWM. Wherever it is always a peculiar. Okay, what it does is it owns it own limitations, or it behaves in own way. So even it is available in this S4 HANA as well, it has this decentralized properties. Okay, yeah, but when we go further, we will discuss about it. Yeah, but
Yeah.
for
And now
now,
I got it. Yeah.
yeah, for
Yeah.
now, what you can understand is there is no SIF here. Master data is available here only.
Yeah.
Here,
Now
the interface.
what I understand here, inbuilt programs are there, and inbuilt BAPIs, so that the data got replicated because of both are in the same system. So here the case is different system. That is the case. Here it is a interface is required. That you mentioned clear point here. The S4 side master data is maintained. That is replicating to the EWM. Yeah. Yeah. That is a point I'm expecting. Yeah.
Yeah, thank
Just
you.
clear.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. So here, if you see, we have key releases. Okay. So one second, guys. Yeah. Okay. So when we had this EWM as a separate system, okay, earlier, okay. So that was classic SCM or EWM system. We can say that it was started when 5.0 version to 5.1, and then 7.0 to 7.02, and then till 9.5. This was the last standalone EWM system. Okay,